just happened to glance out the window and saw the boss's driver secretly drinking. The boss was about to head downstairs. He knew it wasn't his business, but his strong sense of responsibility compelled him to rush outside before the boss.
Look, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but I just happened to have looked out the window and it appeared you were drinking something from a paper bag.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Seeing the boss walking out the door, he gave the driver two options.
Why don't you tell her you can't drive it today or I'm gonna have to?
But the driver hesitated. Still, he let the boss get into the car. Yet under Ben's serious stare, he claimed to feel unwell and asked the boss for a leave.
Sure. Yeah, no, you should take the day off and feel better, okay?
Thanks.
And so Ben became the temporary driver, safely driving the boss to his destination. As the boss got out, he complained that he was starving. So while waiting, Ben went and packed a bowl of porridge for him.
You really didn't have to do... Oh my god, that smells so good.
Good.
Hard to imagine, this thoughtful old man was once the general manager of a printing company. The reason he ended up working at this company was simply because he saw an ad for senior interns while shopping for groceries. Although Ben wasn't in need of money, he wanted to make his retirement more fulfilling. He had been retired for years. His children had their own families. He was living a life most people envied, totally relaxed. Since his wife passed away, he spent 3 years traveling the world. But every time he returned home, he felt a deep, overwhelming loneliness. He loved learning new things and enjoyed being around young people. Even though others thought his retirement life was rich and full, Ben always felt like something was missing. So at 70 years old, Ben made a bold decision. He decided to apply for that internship. He even filmed a video resume just as required.
I read once musicians don't retire. They stop when there's no more music in them. Well, I still have music in me. Absolutely positive about that.
Ben successfully got an interview notice. Walking into the company, he was full of confidence. There weren't many other candidates, and his impressive resume gave him a clear advantage. After all, he used to be the general manager of a large company. Ben got the internship offer. He took the job very seriously. To avoid being late on his first day, he set 2 alarms, carefully picked a well-tailored suit, and put on a brand new pair of leather shoes. Looking at the briefcase that had been with him for years, everything felt like he was young again. On his first day, Ben was seated between 2 young co-workers. Compared to the high-tech gadgets of Gen Z, Ben's things looked simple and old-fashioned. 2 fountain pens, a calculator, 2 pairs of reading glasses, a tiny alarm clock, and a flip phone. Ben didn't feel out of touch with society, but the modern laptop was hard for him to use. Ben joined a women's fashion e-commerce company. Although the founder, Jules, looked ordinary, she had grown a small team of 20 into a company with over 200 employees in just 18 months. Behind her remarkable ability was an intense sense of discipline. From product packaging to logistics and after-sales, Jules handled everything personally. To save time, she even rode a bike in the office. When others found out, Ben was assigned as Jules's assistant. They couldn't help but feel sorry for him. Ben was told to meet Jules at 3:55 p.m. To make a good impression, he approached Jules's secretary in advance to ask for tips before the meeting.
Just talk fast. She hates slow talkers. Maybe that's just when I talk slow. Don't dawdle in any way. Just keep it moving. And don't forget to blink.
Blink?
Yeah, she hates when people don't blink. It weirds her out.
Ben walked into the boss's office right on time.
I'm Ben, your new intern.
I'm not gonna have a lot for you to do. That's the truth. I think that you'd be much better off working in creative or marketing. It's a little bit slower pace, maybe a little bit easier to grasp. If you requested a transfer, we can make that happen.
Excuse me.
Okay. Well then, looks like you're stuck with me.
Great, I'm excited.
We'll email you when I have something for you to do.
Or I could just stop by a few times a day, check in.
I'll email you.
Want the door open or closed?
Doesn't matter. Open, actually. You get used to me.
The 2-minute meeting left Jules with a decent impression of Ben. To earn her approval, Ben practiced blinking in the mirror every night.
Stan?
Can't leave before the boss leaves, Davis.
Looks like you're gonna be here a while.
But after watching his inbox all day, he didn't receive a single assignment. Still, Ben didn't feel discouraged. Instead, he embraced each new day with energy. Whenever someone needed help, he'd be the first to offer it, sometimes even sharing sales advice. From watching how tirelessly he worked, Jules saw his passion for the job. So one day, Ben finally received a task, taking her dirty laundry to be cleaned. Even though it was a small errand, Ben treated it with great importance. What he didn't know was that Jules was in a terrible mood that day. Because of the company's rapid growth, investors had decided to hire a new CEO to help share the load. But to Jules, that felt like giving her company away. As unwilling as she was, she had to admit, she could no longer handle everything alone. Fighting back tears, she reluctantly accepted the change.
I mean, give me CEO lessons. You know?
Excuse me. I apologize, but Becky said you needed something taken care of on your jacket.
Oh, right.
Ben pretended he had just walked in. He didn't say a single unnecessary word, just picked up the laundry and left. When the secretary asked what had happened inside, Ben claimed he was hard of hearing and didn't hear a thing. Years in the workforce had taught him the rules of professionalism. This also made Ben realize that beneath Jules's tough exterior was a vulnerable heart. He decided to do something for the company. There was a cluttered desk in the office that no one managed, and it had gotten messier and messier over time. It was something that always gave Jules a headache, but the next morning, she came to work and found that desk spotless.
Ben came in at 7 this morning and did it.
Who?
Ben, your intern.
Ben Whitaker. Someone's very happy.
Brilliant! Thank you! Best thing that's happened around here all week.
That night, Jules worked late. Looking up, she noticed Ben was still at his desk. She knew he was waiting to leave together with her, so she brought some food and shared it with him. It was their first conversation outside of work. Ben told Jules he used to work at a printing factory. Jules suddenly realized that the office used to be a printing factory, too.
No.
What? This is where you worked?
For almost 40 years.
If you want to see what happens next, follow me.